Hi, I'm Michael Marin. At Holy Name Hospital, we're committed to educating the public about important health issues. That's why we're proud to support quality public television.
Families coping with illness, next on Caucus.
Funding for this edition of Caucus, New Jersey has been provided by Holy Name Hospital. ShopRite, committed to giving back to the communities we serve. That's why we say, this is your neighborhood. This is your ShopRite. The Russell Berry Foundation, Shearing Plow Corporation, and the PNC Foundation, the charitable arm of the PNC Financial Services Group, which provides financial services and advice to help you get what you want from life. Easy as PNC.
To look at Cathy Chester, you would never know that anything was wrong with her. But there is. She suffers from multiple sclerosis, or MS, a life-altering disease which affects the central nervous system.
I was working in New York City, and I was walking home from Port Authority with my pumps on and so forth. And I'm in Port Authority, and all of a sudden I noticed that I'm walking kind of not too well, uneven, and then I looked back and my shoes weren't back of me, and I didn't even notice that my shoes had come off my feet. My feet were so numb that I didn't feel a thing.
Cathy was actually lucky. She was diagnosed right away and put on medication. But getting a diagnosis of MS is just the beginning of living and dealing with the disease.
The most common symptom of MS is fatigue, believe it or not. Person has unexplainable, exhausting, disabling fatigue. Other symptoms: pain, loss of vision, numbness and tingling, sleep disturbance, depression.
Hello, Dad.
And it impacts the whole family.
Dinner is served.
We were married in 1988, and it has at times put some pressure on the marriage. Sometimes it's not always easy to separate the role of husband versus caregiver. But most of the time, I think I'm able to basically be a husband who chips in. I don't always look at myself as a caregiver separately. I just try to do the best I can to help out and to make life a little bit easier for my wife.
But even simple chores like doing the laundry or setting the table can sap Cathy's strength.
I think the fatigue is the greatest challenge for me because there are some days where I could just sleep all day. There's some days that I'm fine. I just need to put my feet up a little bit. The thing that impacted me the most is definitely being a parent. I cannot keep up with the rigors of, well, now my son is 13, and just keeping up with him. And that is disheartening for me because I was always very active.
I think what worries me most is her morale, how she feels about it, and her ego, how she feels about herself, and how she's affected by it emotionally.
The Gimbel Multiple Sclerosis Center at Holy Name Hospital was created to help families just like the Chesters.
We try to not deluge them with a lot of information, but the family needs ongoing education, support, reassurance, counseling, and sometimes a shoulder to cry on, because it is a scary, scary condition.
So here we go.
The center provides diagnosis and testing, both physical therapy and occupational therapy, and one-on-one counseling, as well as family counseling.
They had groups that my brothers and Gary and I joined to raise awareness about MS for younger people. My dad joined the board there immediately to try to jump on and learn more, but they were always welcoming. They were always calling us. They were always writing us letters. They were, before email. They were just there for us for whatever questions or problems that came up. They were just remarkable.
For the past 6 years, Cathy has been taking an injectable medication daily. It helps with the severity and length of her flare-ups, but she still gets them a few times a year, and she also has developed some cognitive disabilities.
Where's the pet? Where's the pet?
But she tries to stay strong for her family and herself.
The greatest lesson from having a spouse with MS is that there is uncertainty from day to day, week to week, year to year. And to me, there's a message that you have to embrace life. You have to enjoy the moments because you don't know how often the MS is going to strike. You have to just go out and live life and have a great time and make plans and do things while someone is well.
She is a great mother and a great person. And she has the determination to continue to be optimistic that someday there will be a cure.
I appreciate the fragility of life. I think my senses are stronger about the outside world, being outdoors, taking care to spend my time soaking up everything a little bit more because I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. So I think that I just take each day as it comes and seize the day.
Welcome to Families in Focus, a very special series looking at the challenges and pressures facing the modern American family.